So, what does the world really want to know about artificial intelligence? Today, we're going to demystify AI, but not by asking a bunch of experts. Nope. We're going to look at the one thing that shows what we're all truly curious about: our search history. We're diving into what millions of people are typing into that little search bar, from the absolute basics to the really complex stuff. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. When a student in India, a CEO in the US, or, even you just types AI and hits enter, what's the real question they're asking? These searches are like little digital breadcrumbs, and if we follow them, they lead us to what AI actually means to real people right now. So it's probably no surprise that the biggest, most common search is also the most fundamental one. What even is AI? Before we get into all the crazy applications, let's start where pretty much everyone else does, with a nice, clear, simple definition. At its heart, it's really that simple. It's less about the sci-fi movies with talking robots and way more about a practical goal: making machines that can reason and learn. And the most important thing to get is that this isn't some far-off futuristic concept anymore. It's already here, woven right into our daily lives. Every single day, whether you're searching on Google, getting that perfect video recommendation on YouTube, or just hearing about the latest self-driving cars, you are seeing AI in action. It's basically become this invisible engine that's powering a huge part of our modern world. Okay, so if AI is this invisible engine, what happens when we can actually talk to it? Well, that brings us to the tool that launched AI into the mainstream like nothing else: the chatbot. This is the moment AI stepped out from behind the curtain and became something you could have a conversation with. And leading the charge, of course, is ChatGPT. It's this incredibly versatile AI assistant. You can ask it to explain something super complicated like quantum physics, help you write a professional email, or even spit out the code for a website. It's like having a universal expert on speed dial 24/7. But here's where it gets really fascinating. The search data shows this huge split in how different parts of the world are using this exact same tool. And this quote, it just perfectly captures the two main mindsets we're seeing. And this lays it all out. It's a really clear difference in priorities, right? In India, the searches are all about education, career prep, and creative brainstorming. People are using AI as a tool for personal growth. Meanwhile, in the US, the focus is laser sharp on efficiency. How can we save time, automate jobs, and make businesses run faster? It's the same tech, but being used for two totally different goals. But AI isn't just about analyzing stuff or answering questions anymore. The next giant wave of searches is all about one thing: creation. This is generative AI, and honestly, it feels like magic. You just type a sentence, a prompt, like a photo of a fox in a spacesuit sitting in a field of sunflowers, and boom, the AI creates a totally new, original image from scratch. This tech is a complete game changer for artists, designers, you name it. And this whole space is just exploding. You've got dall from the same folks who made ChatGPT. Then there's Midjourney, which is famous for creating those incredibly artistic, beautiful images. You've got Stable Diffusion, which is a huge deal because it's open source. And of course, Google's in the game with Imagine AI. They're all pushing the limits of what's possible. All right, let's zoom out a bit. We've talked personal use, creative use, but what about the big leagues? How are the biggest companies on the planet using this power? Well, the answer is all about the cloud. This shift to the cloud has been absolutely revolutionary. Just a few years ago, if you wanted to build powerful AI, you needed your own billion-dollar data center. Now, thanks to cloud AI, any company, from a tiny startup to a huge corporation, can basically rent that same power. It has opened up access to top-tier AI in a way we've just never seen before. And the ones providing all this power? They're the tech giants you already know. You've got Google, Microsoft, and Amazon locked in this massive race to offer the best AI platforms. They're all competing to be the foundation that the next generation of technology gets built on. And it's not just those big three. There's this whole ecosystem of other AI companies popping up. We're talking about companies like IBM, Scale AI, and C3 AI. And they're tackling really specific, high-stakes problems in everything from healthcare and finance to energy. Okay, so we've seen what AI can do, but let's take a quick peek under the hood at how it all works. What are the core technologies people are searching for when they want to understand the engine itself? So it all starts with something called machine learning, or ML. This is the bedrock. Instead of a programmer having to write code for every single possible outcome, you just feed the machine a ton of data, and it literally teaches itself how to spot patterns and make predictions. This visual is great for explaining it. Just think of machine learning as the whole broad subject, like biology. Deep learning, then, is like a super advanced specialization within that subject, like neuroscience. It uses these complex things called neural networks, which are kind of inspired by our own brains, and that lets it handle much harder problems, like understanding images and human language. But all of this incredible software, all this learning, it doesn't just happen in thin air. It has to run on something. There is a real, physical, unseen engine that's powering this entire revolution. And what's interesting is that search trends show more and more people are starting to ask, what is it? And the answer, overwhelmingly, is NVIDIA. Their special computer chips, called GPUs, have become the absolute essential hardware for AI. Pretty much every major AI breakthrough you've heard about, from ChatGPT to self-driving cars, is running on their tech. They are the hardware backbone of this entire thing. And this is the crown jewel, the H100. This one chip is an absolute monster, built specifically for the insane calculations that modern AI needs. Right now, this is pretty much the physical heart of the entire AI boom. So we've followed the world's curiosity. We've gone from the basic question of what is AI to the creative tools people are using, all the way down to the physical chip that makes it all possible. And it all leads to this one final massive question. We've just built this incredible engine. What happens next? As that engine gets faster and smarter and more powerful every single year.